Hi, I'm Mark, and welcome to the weekly Outside Views report on the politics in Africa and Arabia. Foreign ministers from the so-called Brics countries are meeting in South Africa on Thursday in preparation for a group summit in August. During their talks in Cape Town, the foreign ministers want to discuss, among other things, better cooperation within the Brics countries and the G20. Among others, Russia's Foreign Minister Sergey Lavrov, who's currently visiting several African countries, is indeed expected to attend the meeting. In addition to Russia, the up-and-coming emerging countries China, India, Brazil, and South Africa belong to the BRICS group. The state meets regularly for annual summits, and this year's host is South Africa. Also high on the list at the ministerial meeting is whether to admit countries like Saudi Arabia, Egypt, and 17 others that have applied to join the BRICS. The ministers also want to discuss issues such as poverty and global inequality. However, decisions will only be taken during the summit meeting on August 22nd to 24th. This year's summit meeting is particularly politically explosive. Normally, the heads of state and government of the 5 BRICS countries take part in the summit. In March, however, the International Criminal Court in The Hague issued an arrest warrant for Russian President Vladimir Putin. South Africa, which signed the statutes of the ICC, would be obliged to arrest the Russian president upon entry into South Africa. But so far, South Africa has not made a clear statement on the procedure should Putin actually travel to South Africa. South Africa had already come under criticism in 2015 when the country refused to arrest the then Sudanese ruler Omar al-Bashir and extradite him to the ICC, so they broke international law there. BRICS is an acronym that represents an association of 5 major emerging economies I mentioned: Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. These countries are recognized for their significant influence on regional and global affairs due to their large populations, expanding economies, and/or considerable natural resources. The formation of BRICS can be traced back to 2001, when the acronym BRIC was marked by Goldman Sachs to represent the emerging economic powerhouses of Brazil, Russia, India, and China. And South Africa joined the group in 2010, leading to the current name BRICS. BRICS serves as a platform for dialogue and cooperation among its member countries with the aim of enhancing economic, political, and cultural ties. The primary objectives of BRICS include promoting economic development, increasing trade and investment among member nations, and fostering greater collaboration in various areas such as finance, technology, agriculture, and energy. One of the significant achievements of BRICS is the establishment of the New Development Bank in 2014. The NDB, also known as the BRICS Bank, aims to finance infrastructure and sustainable development projects in member countries and in other developing nations. BRICS countries also engage in regular summits, as the one I mentioned earlier, where the heads of state and government meet to discuss key issues and strengthen cooperation. These summits cover various topics such as trade, investment, climate change, and global governance. Individually, the BRICS countries have made substantial contributions to the global economy. China is the world's second largest economy and has been a driving force behind global economic growth. India has also emerged as a major economic player, with its information technology and services sectors contributing significantly. And Brazil is known for its rich natural resources and agricultural industry, while Russia is a major player in the energy sector, at least until the war. South Africa brings its mineral resources and acts as a gateway to the African continent. While BRICS offers a platform for cooperation, the member countries also face unique challenges such as economic inequality, poverty, political differences, and varying levels of development. However, through dialogue and collaboration, BRICS aims to address these challenges and promote inclusive growth and development among its member countries. But we will see how this will end up this year, with Russia being in an aggressive war against another country that absolutely violates international law, and they're committing a lot of war crimes there. Not the last one was blowing up a dam today before I'm filming this video. That is another war crime, and it still continues. And so we will see how this will develop. And I'll see you in my next video. I'll be back.